Here are 15 biggest mistakes that new or even experienced killers make in Dead by Daylight, so you can avoid them and become instantly better. Stick around, since the last 5 mistakes are the most important. 1. Not waiting for Dead Hard. I have seen so many killers that just completely forget about the perk or just simply swing without a second thought when a survivor runs straight at them. When that usually happens, just take a second and see if they're going to use it or not, since most players just run at the killer with the hope that they will get hit and they can use Dead Hard to gain a lot of distance from the movement speed. 2. Not abandoning chase. So in DBD you will encounter against really good players that can loop you over and over, and there are some infinite loops that you need to identify because you will simply not be able to catch up to the survivor. So you have to judge the survivor that you're chasing if they're really good at wasting your time or not. Usually if they are and you're chasing them more than 50 seconds, it's actually a better idea to go and find someone else, even if you don't know where they can be, since everyone can do generators and not that many players can waste the killer's time. So just look for the weak survivors and try to eliminate them first. Not listening for injured survivors. The game provides audio clues that can help you locate survivors, such as injured breathing that you can hear. So turn up your volume and turn off that Spotify that you listen to when you play DBD for a better overall performance in a game. 4. Lack of map awareness. If you're a new killer, then you will play on some maps for the first time, and that's fine, you will learn the layout, but depending on which killer you play, you could force the survivors to do the generators you actually don't have good access to of patrolling. For example, if you play the artist on the Grave of Glenville, which is the Wild West themed map, then you should give survivors to do the gen upstairs in the main building just because of the height difference to throw your crows. Again, it depends on which killer you play, so try to identify which gens are harder to patrol. 5. Ignoring stealth play. Okay, this is probably only for new killers, but hear me out, since it might help you quite a bit. So some experienced survivors will try and juke you by crouching in a super tight corner while they're getting chased by you to disappear. So remember to check all of the corners of the walls while you chase, and also be aware of your surroundings in general. 6. Hook sabotage bait. When a survivor sabotages a hook, you will get a notification about it, and they are most likely baiting you to go and check it out so others can finish off the generators easily. So do not abandon the patrolling for random sabotages that you just see on the map in the distance. 7. Not using M1 properly. Most of the time while you chase and you see a survivor vaulting, you can most possibly with the right amount of distance hit them with a basic attack through the window while they're in vault animation. Since it gives you a bit of a dash forward, if you are close enough you will get them injured. And also do not overuse your killer abilities, because simple basic attacks are always good as well. If you are enjoying the video so far, remember to subscribe so you won't miss more DBD content. 8. Kicking gens while chasing. It might not come as a mistake at first sight, but if you do not have a perk that will greatly increase the reprogression of the gen, such as Call of Brine, then for 20 seconds of regression it will only take survivors 5 seconds to make it back up, which isn't a great deal, so you're much better in hitting them instead. 9. Going on autopilot. Most of the time experienced players make this mistake, as well as everyone else, even myself, but always try to think what survivors might be doing, and after your first wander around the map you will know which gens are getting repaired, so remember their position and patrol them every now and then. If you don't see the generator getting progressed while you patrol them, it's probably a better idea to go and have a look on other gens, since they probably figure it out that you're only interested in the ones that have been already started. 10. Not paying attention to survivor items in lobbies. This is only important to check if the survivors have flashlights or report boxes or even medkits, so you could understand just a bit better what they are trying to accomplish during the game much quicker. And also choose your perks wisely according to the items. If they take a lot of repair boxes, just take a reprogression build to counter it. If they take flashlights, a simple light burn will do the trick of not getting blinded throughout the game. You probably get the idea. 11. not learning from high-rank killers or content creators. If you could watch someone play your killer, I can guarantee you that you will learn something new. Especially if you would manage to find a one-trick pony, they probably know a lot of tips that you might not know, which could give you a great advantage in your games. 12. Not playing to your killer's strengths. You might already know that some killers have their own specific playstyle, and you can't play all of them the same way. Try to figure out what your killer ability is good at and make it as an advantage for yourself. Then, when you figure out the playstyle and what your ability is actually good at, you could actually create a very specific build for that playstyle that will fit you, around your killer and your ability. As an example, the artist is good at patrolling every single gen on a flat map with her ability. If you add discordance to her build, which is Legion's perk to show you which gens are repaired by more than one survivors, you can make insane shots from half of the map, injuring survivors while you are not even there. And let's not forget that her ability is also known for closing any loops in a game. Just like that. 13. Not changing your mind games. When you chase the same survivor, they can get a feel of your movement and your mind games, so just change it a bit every now and then, so you will become unpredictable and some of the survivors will eventually get confused, which will result in you getting a free hit or a survivor down. 14. Not identifying survivor exhaustion perks early on. This might take a while, but as you play you will gain a ton of more experience along with knowledge. But if you see a survivor running quicker than usual after they stun you with a pallet, they most likely have a perk called Smasher, which isn't that common, but you get the idea. The most popular one at the moment is Dead Hard, so just watch out for that. If you want to know all of the exhaustion perks, I left a link in the description so you can go and check it out to know what to watch out for. 15. Not hiding your red stain. While chasing survivor in a loop, take the advantage of your red stain to not show around the corners, by simply turning your killer around in the last minute, and if you're close enough, quickly M1 for a basic attack. This works because most of the time when survivors are looping, they will watch out for your red stain to know how far you are from turning the corner, so they can throw a pallet at you, go to another loop, or even keep looping so you can surprise them with that simple trick. Now just go ahead and play a lot of games, because practice makes perfection. You will get a lot of blood points for playing killer effectively, and on how to do that you should watch this video next.